Hi, welcome back to Monarch Moments. For the spring 2012 semester, I'm Rika McDonald.
And I'm Rebecca Tate. I hope everyone enjoyed their break. We've had some great events come here to Methodist University.
Our own Bernard Mentor spoke with Coach Dee Dee Jarman about the women's basketball participation in the Play for K charity event.
That sounds great. You were in the field recently at the International Festival. How'd that go?
It was fantastic. I enjoyed some of the foods that were there, and I saw some great salsa dancing as well.
Let's take a look at that.
Oh yeah, that camera big enough for me. You just want to move it all in the hips. I know.
She is really into it. She actually got it.
I made the most. Reggaeton. Little reggaeton.
Hello, Monarchers. We're here at the International Food Festival at Burns Center, and we're here with the president of the International Club, Sydney.
Macho.
There you go. So who decided, how did you guys decide to come together about this?
Well, you know, as international students, we always are hungry for opportunities to express ourselves. So the international program, the office, comes up with this event every year so that we can get to cook and share food with other American students who are here on campus, as well as other international students who do not know what people from other parts of the world have to eat on an everyday basis.
It was really good. I thought I tried a lot of the different flavors, but I noticed that a lot of them were really spicy.
Okay. Yeah, it's like if you go, this year we had a lot of Mexican exchange students who came over. So if you go to Mexico, actually, it's really normal to actually have something spicy. So I guess that's where most of the dishes were really spicy. And also another thing I was going to mention is that this year is actually the year where the International Program Office and Sodexo, which is the company that supplies food to the campus and like, have been able to team up together. So we really are grateful to Sodexo for the help they've given us, because being in the cafeteria here, you can be able to reach out to audiences.
That looked like a great time. Thanks for bringing that to us.
Anytime. I love to see what's going on with our international students on campus. Let's go over and see what's happening with Bernard and Coach Jarman.
We are here with head women's basketball coach Dee Dee Jarman. Hello Dee Dee, how are you?
Just fine, how are you?
I'm doing good. How did Play for K get started at Methodist University?
Well, it got started approximately 5 years ago, and it originated, to start off with, it was Think Pink, and it's coming from the Women's Basketball Coaches Association, getting all coaches involved in fighting breast cancer awareness. And it goes back to Kay Yao, which was the women's basketball coach at NC State for over 25 years. And as everyone knows, that she passed away 2 years ago, January 25th. Matter of fact, that's today, so that's the anniversary of her passing. So it kind of originated from that when her last battle of cancer came. Started off as Think Pink, then the name changed to Pink Zone, and now it has changed for the third time, and hopefully it will not change after this, Play for K.
Okay. What is your involvement as a coach?
Well, as a coach, I'm pretty much the head person of this whole event. I started it, and it started very small, and now the event is probably one of the biggest fundraisers on campus outside of Loyalty Day for an outside group. The campus community has really gotten involved. We have sororities, fraternities, clubs and organizations. Students from all walks of life come and volunteer and support the cause.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about the history for the Pink Game or Play for K game at Methodist University.
Well, the first year, and the main thing is to honor breast cancer survivors. And the first year I remember, I think I had maybe 2 or 3 breast cancer survivors that attended the game, and it was during the week. The crowd was okay, but only honoring 2 or 3 breast cancer survivors is not really getting the word out and honoring those people that have survived. And so the next year we had maybe 15 to 20. I think the biggest so far has been maybe 35, and our goal this year is to have over 50. And every year my goal is to raise $10,000. And we have not yet met that goal, but we've come very close, 7,000. And what we do is we split the proceeds. Half of it stays here locally to go to Friends of the Cancer Center at Cape Fear Valley Regional Hospital, and then the other half is donated to the KYAL Cancer Fund.
Okay. Or how would you prepare your team before a game like this?
Well, it is a big distraction for our team because I'm running around with my head chopped off, and luckily my committee has grown. I have a committee of about 15 individuals that try to, at a certain point on that Saturday, they take over and I'm the coach. So far we have won every game that we have hosted Play for K, except for one, and it is a big distraction, and all of them have been pretty good games. So you have to keep the players focused because several of our players have had loved ones that have passed away of breast cancer. So trying to keep them focused and not get emotional and things of that sort, it's very difficult. But it's a big day for our players. It's probably one of the biggest crowds that our players play in front of because this gym is packed. I mean, it's hard to find a seat on the day that we have Play for K.
Right. Now, we all know your players don't wear like the regular uniforms. Like, can you describe how the uniforms are prepared, or do you guys have new uniforms every year?
No, we don't have new uniforms every year because I don't have funds for those. Yeah. We actually fundraised for those uniforms the very first year that we hosted the event. And so our players are wearing pink uniforms, and some of them this year will wear pink shoes and black shoes and black or pink socks. We have special socks that were customized for us that say Methodist University with the breast cancer logo. So the crowd can also buy those, but we had them made for our basketball teams.
Okay. Do you know any whereabouts of any other student organizations or teams being involved in this game?
Well, there's several clubs and organizations and teams that are involved. The women's tennis team is sponsoring a tennis clinic this weekend on Sunday, and all of the funds that they raise from the tennis clinic will be donated to Play for K. The football team, during their season, they had a pink out or pink day, and they raised, I believe we raised $272 at their game. They will be presenting a check at halftime. The volleyball team will help with setup. The women's soccer team will help with setup. But we do have a new fundraiser this year, and we have solicited about 15 males, faculty, staff, that the week of the event, their names will be on a can up in the student union, and whoever raises the most money, the top 10 that raise the most money, will wear a pink tutu to the game, and they're all males. We have Dr. Hancock that is participating in that. We have the president of the campus. We have Michael Martin. We have Bob McAvoy, the athletic director. We have several coaches: David Smith, Dave Evanson, Dennis Cox, Brian Mayday, Steve Conley, William Walker, the Dean of Students, will be participating. Cliff Bobbitt, when Carl Douglas, I believe, security. So we have a wide range of guys that are men that have agreed to participate and help raise money for the cause, and they have agreed to wear a pink tutu up to halftime to help promote breast cancer awareness.
Okay, that's very interesting because Dave Evison is the head football coach. And so
Yes. Well, Dave Evison, he's really jumped on board with this program, and he's very supportive. And I support him during the football season, and I kind of coordinated his pink thing. We had people collecting money, and we had stuff for sale. And I got the guys pink socks and black socks and all that good stuff. So we've collaborated, and we're working together for the cause.
Okay. Is there anything new we can expect this year?
Well, we do have several new items for sale. We always sell our T-shirts. We have brought back the glass tumblers. We sold those the first year, and that's what we did to raise money for our uniforms. We have black baseball hats that will be for sale.
You mean as a sale, like in an auction, or?
No, this is just for anybody. They'll be for sale.
Okay.
They're actually online now.
Okay.
The silent auction, we have that. There will be some pretty cool items on the silent auction. We have some items from Duke University, Carolina Hurricanes hockey team, and the list goes on and on. We've got some pretty cool items for the silent auction.
Okay. Do you plan on bidding anything in the silent
Oh
auction?
yeah, my husband. Well, I'm coaching the game. My husband's over there bidding on certain items that I want.
Okay.
And we have a piece of a gym floor.
Yes.
That has been autographed by Kay Yao, and we have one that's autographed by Pat Summit. So I think those two items will go big as well.
Do you have any other events in that day?
Another new event the morning of will be sponsored by our Student Athletic Training Association. And they are sponsoring a walk run, and people that participate in that will get a Play for K T-shirt, and the funds that they raise off of that will be donated to Play for K. So that will start. Registration is at 8 o'clock. I believe the run will begin at 9 o'clock, and that's right here on campus. I'm not sure exactly where registration is, but the word is going out about that event, and I think that would be a great event for everybody to kind of kick it off that morning of walk run. It's going to be a 4K, so it's not going to be a 5K, but it's 4K. So we need to participate in that, and then take a break, and then come to the game.
All right. Thank you, Coach Drummond, for your time. We'd like to thank the athletic department, and make sure you come out and support the Pink Play for K game Saturday, February 18th at 2 o'clock.
Thank you, Bernard.
Now Erica Williams will be catching us up with some of the events that have happened here at Methodist.
Thanks, Rika and Rebecca. We have had a packed schedule of events already. We start our semester off with a surprise birthday party for our university president, Dr. Ben Hancock, and Vice President of Business Affairs, Mr. Gene Clayton.
Anything I want to say and be nice, but I can't say anything I want to say. We should let the younger guy go first. Wow, this is a surprise, I have to tell you. I'm overwhelmed. This means I owe all of you a birthday party, so I'm in trouble. Well, who would have thought I'd last this long? I don't mean as president. I mean, you know, I'd lived this long. That's what I really mean. But it's well, I'm overwhelmed. I'm not sure what else I can say other than thank you. This means a lot to me. Someone asked me. Actually, I was meeting with international students over dessert last night and talked about it a little bit, and with some other folks I talked about it with at lunchtime today. And I really truly believe I have the best job in America. I believe that each and every day, and it's because of all of you. It's not because of me. I do what I've always wanted to do and have a chance to do that and really be able to live that dream. Not everyone gets that opportunity. And you are my one thing. And I'm having a time of my life. Thank you.
Well, if I had known that I was going to get a birthday party when you got here, we would have invited you here a few years earlier. I mean, I've only been here 49 years, and this is my first birthday. I can't say, though, that on my 60th birthday, my wife sent me a Playboy bunny who danced and sang for me. And actually, Bill Dillon took some photographs of it. Well, it is a great deal of pleasure and a surprise. Aren't y'all all supposed to be working somewhere? We do appreciate you coming. It is a pleasure, and I'll work for the best boss in the world.
So I'm just going to cut a piece.
Yep. And then take it.
And then take it.
Exactly.
It's too big. Okay. You got it? Yep. Here's my piece.
So on behalf of the international students, happy birthday, President Hancock.
From one president to another, it's good to wish him a happy birthday.
This is a great day for Methodist University because it's President Hancock's birthday. We're so excited about having him here. He's carrying us to the next level. So I simply want to say happy birthday to Dr. Hancock and to Gene Clayton. Gene Clayton has been here at Methodist University 49, almost 50 years. And he said today is his first day of having a birthday while employed here. So we want to congratulate Gene Clayton also for having a birthday today and working at Methodist University for 49 years. Go Monarch!
We also had a roundtable discussion for conversation about race.
My first question tonight is, tell me how race relations are on the MU campus, first of all. I want to know how our students feel about race relations on our campus in general.
I think the perspective of the diverse, we're definitely diverse, and that we all come from different race and backgrounds. I personally don't feel that it's an issue with being black or being white and having people that are just African Americans or just people that are Caucasian or just people that are international. I don't feel like that's a big issue.
If I'm not mistaken, we probably have less than 5 black professors, let me say African American professors on our campus. And so the question that would be on people's minds is it just because of random selection that occurred, or there probably is a reason why the selection is like that? So it's just a question that's out there that I've met within the student body.
That's a good question. And we have 2 faculty members here tonight. You guys wanted?
I was one for a long time. So.
Yeah, you were one when I arrived.
That's right. I was one. That's a good question because it's not proportionate with the number of students that we have, and the student body is very diverse, and there are a number of students of color, many more than you would suspect at Methodist University over the years that I've been here. And as I said, I've been here now for 20 years. So that is a good question. I have no answer for that, but the numbers are just about what you say, and maybe 4, maybe 5. I'm not sure that are full-time faculty members here. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm probably the first tenured professor here at Methodist. And maybe the only one, I'm not sure. That is, I am Mary's tenured. So Mary just received tenure, so I'm thinking that probably the 2 of us, but I know I was the first. And so it is a good question. There's one that I have no answer to, but it simply needs to be looked at in terms of the population, in terms of the percentage and the ratio. That's what you're talking about, the ratio of professors of color and the student body, correct? Yes.
And another factor that plays into that is the availability of faculty of color, period. People with PhDs who can qualify for these positions on any faculty. That's an issue.
You make another point. We're also in competition with Fayetteville State University, who is a historically black institution. And then that comes into play along with salary and money also attracts people. You may say, well, why? I came to Methodist 20 years ago. I was not a doctor at the time. Methodist has been, in past years, very supportive of me in very serious times in my life. And the faculty felt like family. I felt welcome. And so I stayed for them, not because so much the money, but it could be good. But also that I have a vested interest in Methodist and of the students who I teach. And I enjoy what I do.
And Methodist got to experience the internet sensation Spoken Word with Jeff Bethke, whose video on YouTube has had over 13 million hits.
Religion says do. Jesus says done. Religion says slave. Jesus says son. Religion puts you in bondage while Jesus sets you free. Religion makes you blind, but Jesus makes you see. And that's why religion and Jesus are two different clans. Religion is man searching for God. Christianity is God searching for man, which is why salvation is freely mine and forgiveness is my own, not based on my merits, but Jesus' obedience alone. Because he took the crown of thorns and the blood dripped down his face. He took what we all deserved. I guess that's why you call it grace. And while being murdered, he yelled, "Father, forgive them. They know not what they do." Because when he was dangling on that cross, he was thinking of you. And he absorbed all your sin and he buried it in the tomb, which is why I'm kneeling at the cross saying, come on, there's room. So for religion, no, I hate it. In fact, I literally resent it. Because when Jesus said, "It is finished," I believe he meant it.
People like you. The first poem I ever wrote was for an open mic in my college. I love college students, and I love those 4 years that, man, you have such an ability to put your life on a path you can stay the rest of your life. They say who you become when you're 18 and 22. In between those years, is usually who you stay the rest of your life. And I had a heart for sharing Jesus with my college students, my peers, and they have an open mic where you can just do whatever you want. I'm horrendous at music. You don't want to hear me play anything. You don't want to hear me sing, that's for sure. I'll probably break the glass in a bad way. And so I wrote a poem, and that's where that sex one actually came from. A couple more? How are we doing on time? Okay. Ooh. Who said that one? Again, I gotta go back to Jesus. You read this, I mean, everyone knows the story of the prodigal son, right? Or at least mostly. You can go read it in Luke 16 if you want to. That was the accusation the older brother gave to the father. Dad, stick to your rules, stick to your guns. Don't let the son back in. Why does he get a party? Why does he get to have fun? Why does he get grace, mercy, and forgiveness? And the father says, I'm not about bookkeeping. I'm about resurrection. And that's what it's about. He's not keeping score anymore. He's giving people life. And so if you want to call that watering down the gospel, praise Jesus, I'm watering down that gospel. But I don't think I am. I think grace is dangerous, furious, and you've got to let the cage open and stop closing it up so that it can actually transform hearts. And again, you look at Jesus, his message was abrasive. He did not get murdered because he was Mr. Rogers. Think about it. Man, you're killing me. Oh, that's a good one. Again, it's yes and no. Yes, I would maybe think about some of my word usage just because I would never want to be the guy who has a message that people immediately turn off the switch on their head because they heard a certain word or heard something I said. But on the flip side, It probably wouldn't have got the response or done what it did without that as well. So yes and no on that one. No, I wasn't. How do I explain this? I went to church sometimes. It was kind of like, it was a, it was a sport to me. I mean, I'd go sometimes. I was a kid that wear that really awkward Awanas uniform. You guys have Awanas where it's like Boy Scouts for Christians? It's like just cheesy. I mean, if you do it, praise God. It's awesome. That's awesome. But that was me. I did it sometimes, but not. I didn't. Jesus wasn't what I was pursuing. I was pursuing me, my glory. I want to look good. I want to be good. I want to be in the spotlight. And so it wasn't until I was in college that I said, man, Jesus is who I'm pursuing. Jesus is who I'm making famous, and Jesus is who I'm living for. So I had a very rough upbringing, very difficult family situations, and if you want to talk to me about that, we can do that at Chick-fil-A. That's a good question. In some regard, I found freedom that way. You know, I found freedom in that same question because I've asked it, but in some regard, I still struggle. Today, I had thoughts that I don't want any of you to see. Today, if you connected my brain to a projector screen and saw it, I'd run out of here and never show my face again. Right? And so I still struggle. But there is freedom. When you look at the cross, you see that Jesus said, it is finished. It's done. All the payment necessary has happened. What else could he, what else can he do? What more could he do? And I would say just dig into the scriptures, get into accountability from a practical state, but also just understand the grace of Jesus. The blood that he shed, every time you turn off of yourself and put your eyes on that blood, God says, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied in that blood. You look at that, and you are in him, and you are perfect.
We look forward to bringing you more events in the future. Rebecca?
Thanks, Erica. We're now going to introduce a new segment here on Monarch Moments, Safety Tips, with Methodist University's Chief of Police, James Phillips.
When possible, avoid walking or jogging alone, especially at night. Walk or exercise with a friend if you can. If you choose to travel alone at night on foot, stay alert to your surroundings, choose well-lit routes, and keep a cell phone in hand. Call 630-7577 or 911 or activate an emergency call box anytime you see something that seems suspicious or just makes you wary. Safety escorts are available on campus anytime. Just call us at 630-7098. The great majority of property crimes on our campus occur in and near the residence halls. There are some basic but very effective ways you can help deter crime. Avoid opening exterior residence hall doors for people who don't live there. Keep your room door locked anytime you leave and also when you're asleep or in the shower. Take advantage of Operation ID to identify your valuables in case they're stolen. Promptly report lost or missing room keys to your residential coordinator and immediately report any suspicious person or activity to public safety by calling 630-7577 or 630-7098.
Lots of good information there. Thank you for joining us here on Monarch Moments.
We look forward to seeing you again. Have
a good night.